everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we have the SeaSucker Flashlight and Vacuum Cup mount. So these work together and arrive together as a kit. We'll talk about how the flashlight works and how you can adhere it to a bunch of different surfaces for different situations. There are 4 parts to this kit. You have the flashlight, the charger, the flex mount, and the vacuum cup. So let's start with a vacuum cup because this adheres to most surfaces, but not all of them. So your surface has to be non-porous and flat. So that could be your door, your window, your hood, your wheel well. Ideally, the surface should also be clean from dirt and debris. There's a little bit of wiggle room there, but ideally, clean that off first before suctioning or vacuuming. For best performance, you want to moisten the seal with water before use. So if you notice it might seem like it's leaking or a little cracked or dry, just add water to the seal of the vacuum cup and adhere. Push on that vacuum cup as you depress the plunger. After a bit, it will keep vacuuming, so just continue until you no longer see the orange indicator. And just like that, you're secured. Now your flex arm can be adjusted in this position. It takes a little bit more effort than usual compared to some other flex mounts, but some people really like it because you have a strong and sturdy position and it's not moving around. You can also unscrew the mount and move it to a different position. So there's 2 options. One is to go straight out, or one is to go a little bit more vertically to the side. Whichever works better for you. The end of the mount has a similar 1/4 inch thread, and that's what you use to attach the flashlight to the end. If you have the appropriate adapters, you can also use this for your camera or for your action camera. It's a standard 1/4 inch thread. And there you go. You can now operate your flashlight. Move this up, move this down. I have it facing our wheels right now. We can have it facing the ground or up on the roof. There's a lot of movement to this that you can do. Here on the Jeep where the hood leans up against the car, this is a very convenient spot for the flashlight. If you need to work on your engine, you just angle it down, turn that on, and now you can see everything. And if you're stuck by the side of the road and maybe you need to put on tire chains or change a tire, you can see how this can move around easily to see inside your wheel well, see the ground, adjust accordingly. Now, what surfaces can it not be adhered to? Well, it does fit on our wooden door with paint on it, our garage wall, but to a brick wall, no matter how hard you try or press it, that's not going to vacuum. And if it's something like cloth or canvas, it will stick to the cloth, but there's air that pushes through the cloth and that will release the vacuum. And if you have ridges or curves, you just need to make sure that you have a 4.5 inch space for the cup to adhere to. Otherwise, the ridge or curve will allow air. A quick run through of the features of the flashlight. You have an on and off button. You also have a battery indicator when you do turn it on. You have a side light. You also have a rubber tab that covers your plugs. So there's the USB plug and the mini or micro USB plug. Now you also have this metal top, and you can move this up and down to adjust the spread of your light. At the top, there's also these ridges that some people use for defense or to break the glass. Cycling through the settings, press once, you get the bright light. Press again, you get the low light. Then you get the blinker, and another press turns it off. If you double click it quickly, you turn on the side light, and then a single press goes to low side light. Then you have your red light, your red flashing light, and off. Adjusting the scope, you can push in, and it has a narrow beam with some crosshairs, and adjust out for a wider beam. So I personally would just carry around the flashlight on my person in the car and use it whenever I need it. Like I've stuck a flashlight into a tree branch or in the ground or held it with my teeth as I worked on something. So this vacuum cup mount with the flex is helpful to make your life a little bit easier because you can put it pretty much anywhere, but it really depends on like how much you want that ease of use, because for your different adventures, is it worth it? Is it not? Only you would know. But hopefully this video helped you out with seeing what situations it can work in, what surfaces you can put this onto, as well as how you can move it around. SeaSucker also has some other fun accessories. So whether you need a vacuum cup mounted cup holder or a reef rack or a kayak carrier, you can find them here at eTrailer. But this right here right now was a look at the vacuum cup mounted flashlight holder at etrailer.com.